Alright, for everyone who's in the stream right now, who's joining, I'm trying to get back into this. If you enjoy my streams, if you enjoy any of my content, subscribing me goes a long way in helping me get to that 1,000 mark. If you enjoy my streams, you can like them and all that. It really supports me, and it's pretty effortless for you to just click the like or dislike if you don't enjoy it and tell me why. You're probably gonna have to skip in like 5 minutes for me to get everything set up and actually starting to work, but today I'm going to try and use something called Fusion. It's part of Davinci Resolve. For now, what I've been doing, so when I started, I used After Effects with Premiere Pro, which is all Adobe, and then I jumped into Davinci Resolve and After Effects, and that's a big hassle for those who have tried it before. They know. So I decided to give Fusion a try, and this is Fusion. It's a little bit more complicated. I think it's good for me to even try and explain it to like the one viewer in the chat, just because I want to make videos on this program, because it's very complex, but it's very useful and very powerful. So I hope you guys enjoy, and yeah, I'm gonna start the stream. Alright, I'm just gonna confirm that the thumbnail has been uploaded, and then we can start. Alright, I think we're good. I really like that song. I'm gonna try and use it as I'm gonna try and use it as the song for this clip. So let me show you guys the clip from start to finish and what I've done. I really haven't done much, but that's way too fast. I want like my name and all the social medias. I feel like it'd be better if since they're all the same, one second, let me open this. Since my name is the same in Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter, tell me what you guys think. Also the same in Twitch. Do you think I should just have my name slide in once and then each logo or I don't know. I just thought it'd be nice because it's in the top corner and you can enjoy this really beautiful clip here of the cars driving. And then on the right side here, I'd have like a little box and it would say my latest video or something, and then that's where I can put an end clip at the side. What's up, Rev? We miss you. Name at the bottom, 3 logos lined up above or below. Let me read that again. Name at the bottom, and then logos in the bottom center, bottom left, bottom right. I'm trying to imagine what you're saying, because I can have it slide in from any. I can have it slide in any way and any animation. It's just I'm not sure how I want to do it. Wherever on the screen, but as in the alignment of the logos to the name, we're just gonna have one name as opposed to 3, if you get me. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Now, just now that I played it, I'm like, wait a minute, they're all the same. Why do I need it to pop up 3 times? It just takes a lot of real estate on the screen. It'd be cool if I can have each logo come in from like a different part of the screen, all to meet in the middle. I kind of want to keep the bottom empty, but the top is good space. I think I might have my name drop in, and then Instagram, LinkedIn. Let's try a couple things. So this is Fusion, this new program, and it's kind of complicated, I'm not gonna lie. For those who have used After Effects, this is another, like, I don't know how to explain it, but this is like another level. Honestly, the best explanation I can have up to now is that when you merge something into your I'm gonna call it lifeline. So this is the lifeline. You see how is it big enough on the stream? Yeah. You see how there's a line here? So media in is media in, which in this case is the clip. Here, I'll show you what media in is. Just click 1. Boom. Okay, so that's media in. And then on this right here, we have media out. I can pick specific things on the screen, so like just, oh, there's our Instagram logo, whatever. So this is what we're entering, and this is what's exiting. And everything in here is steps of what you should add in. Let me change this sound quickly. Of what you should add in, how you should animate it, all these things. So yeah, this is a logo, this is a text. Logo, text, logo, text. Whoops. And they all have these steps and they can connect in different ways. I have no clue on how to make an analogy for this, but if you know After Effects, this is like a pre-comp, this is like a pre-comp, and this is like a pre-comp. Except I have to copy paste them 3 times, which is ugly. What's the advantage of this sort of program UI? It seems rather arbitrary, but I'm not an editor. Yeah, I don't know. To be honest, Rev, I don't know. It makes sense, but at the same time, it doesn't make sense because of the way Adobe does it. When I said pre-comp, if you don't know what that means, think about like, I'll give you here's a perfect example. We have our logo here, so Instagram logo and a text, right? And they're 2 individual items that come in at come in individually, right? So if I play this, you can kind of see how they don't come in together. They're not one, like that's not one item. That's 2 items put together, animated in. So in Adobe After Effects, you can have those 2 items turned into one. So you can compose them into one item, and then that one item you can control its movement. I don't know if that made sense. Honestly, let me pull out the paint. What's up, Luis? How's it going? So we got like a logo and some text, and those are two different items. But when you pre-comp them, you can compose them into one item, and now you can move that one item, you know, up, down, left, right, wherever you want to take it. And inside of that, you can, like, when usually you double click on a composition, you go inside, and then you have the individual ones to change. And whenever you save that, you can go back out, kind of like scopes. Think about it as scopes, right? So we have that one text, and let's say, oh, we want to make 3 of them, so we make 3 of them. And oh, we want to animate all 3 of them. Well, we don't have to animate them one by one. We could just compose them into one big item, and then animate left or right or whatever that one big item. And oh, we want to add something else to that, pre-comp that whole thing, and just keep doing it. But now this whole thing animates together. If you want different animations, they're going to be different compositions. That's the way I would explain it. And then here, it's just different. I don't know how to justify it yet, but that's because I'm not good at it yet. So I definitely like the UI of Davinci Resolve a little bit more, because it's just, the colors are nicer on the eyes, to be honest. The grays and this, and I don't know. So let me show you the animation. Yeah, it looks stupid with the name 3 times. Aesthetically, I like this. I just don't know enough about video editing to know if it's actually better or not. Yeah, I see. I've only ever used Vegas. Yeah, it's to be honest, there's a lot of similarities between videography, cinematography, and code. A lot of things we don't realize, especially when it comes to editors, because editors are, this is like, there's machine learning in here. I would almost say there's AI in here. There's a lot of shit in this editor that we talk about in our programming world. Like, there's some machine learning that goes through my audio and finds audio that doesn't make sense. So like my voice, let's say, is what makes sense, and it scans for signals and frequency, I don't know the word, but that doesn't make sense to that clip, and removes it. And sometimes it seems to be inconsistent, but sometimes you'll have a clip with your voice and like a fan in the background, and it will recognize the fan and be like, oh, that's bad, and remove it out of the clip. And then suddenly your voice, it sounds like you're in a big empty clear room. Is that animation done by you? The car stuff, no. I have to give the guy credit before I post it, but the only animation I did was the text. It's not very complicated, it's just I had no clue how to do it in this Fusion, and there's not much content online on how to do it. So you see I have like Media 2, whoops. Media 2 is my Instagram logo, and then I throw that into a transform, and in transform is what animates it. And then I merge it to what I'm gonna call right now the lifeline, which is this line that goes through everything. I'm following it with my mouse. So there's a media in, and you do a bunch of things to it, a bunch of steps, a bunch of rules, which is how this node system seems to work. It's like rules. You take this, do this to it, and connect it to this part of the film. And then, yeah, and then here I have a text. Excuse me. I throw it into a transform, and then I merge it to the timeline. Or, timeline's a bad word, lifeline. I wonder if there's a name if I have her. No. There's a lot of functionalities in this thing. Like, I don't know if you guys could see this, but they have some crazy stuff. Their tracking stuff is pretty insane. Yeah, so you can track like Adobe has this too, but you can track like a hair on your face or something, and then put things onto that. I don't really know how to word that, but It's pretty crazy. Let's see, name. Yeah, okay, let's change this. Let's get rid of this. Alright, so this might make more sense, this like layout. Well, we got this line here that goes across and different things happen in different steps. Tis very Outrun. Yeah. It's really crazy how the guy who makes these animations, this is all like computer, I mean, it's obvious that it's computer generated, but how it's done is pretty insane. You're pretty much inside like a game engine. He uses Cinema 4D, which is like it looked very similar to like Unreal Engine or Unity or something, pretty much like a game engine. You add in some cars, you have them driving, these buildings he added, this is all like done in 3D space. He puts the camera, locks the camera to the car, and this background here is actually just a picture off the internet, and he just stretched it. Let me see if I can find it. It's pretty insane. I would love to learn how to do that and then teach people how to do it. Visual Dawn, that's his name. Here, look. See this? He's building the actual road, which is nuts. He built those lines, like that's crazy. It's a lot of effort into a 10-second loop. See, he finds the car in 3D warehouse, that sounds familiar. He even sets up the lighting on the car. I didn't realize that. That's crazy. Now this is in After Effects. So After Effects, he does the color grading, and then that's what you get. And it looks so real for a computer generated. This is a really low quality, but you guys get what I'm saying. Is there cinema mode for playback? Full screen Davinci Resolve. Super cool it is. What was his name? Visual Dawn on Instagram. He said anyone can use it, just give him credit. So go to the color page and hit Command F or Control F. There we go. Okay. So it's kind of slow right now. It's glitching and everything, but I'm pretty sure you guys can see the quality if I move my camera. G-Wagon, I love those colors. Yeah, the colors are beautiful. But dude, I'm just surprised by how realistic he got it to look. Like it looked like it just rained. The road is all shiny. The cars are shiny. The reflections of the lights are perfect. Obviously, that's because of the engine he's using. He's British, fitting. I don't know. Everything about this is just awesome. There is a couple issues, but even look at this. This building. Okay, wait. You see this building where my mouse is? The reflections of it are actually what are here. Like there's actual like reflective technology, if that's the word. Look, you could see the cars through the mirrors of the building. That's nuts. I'm obsessing over this. This is so cool. All these poles, he like made them and he copy pasted them a bunch of times. And he cuts it at a perfect. I think once you pass one of these signs, and the loop restarts. But this is an awesome outro clip. So you imagine like my name slides in, the social media logos, blah blah blah, and then on the bottom corner or something, it's like my last video, or you might enjoy this, or the subscribe thing, you know, something like that. Let's see what we could do. Back into Fusion. We got our logos. We do need to add one more logo. Which logo do you guys think? This one for Twitch? Oops. See, so I gotta pretty much just grab this, throw it into... No. I bet if Josh saw this right now, he'd be like, oh my god, Davinci is trash. Especially because of the Fusion. It's just so much more different than the After Effects. What's the problem now? Wait, what's wrong? I literally copy pasted the... There we go. Well, not really. Let's delete that. Drag that back in. What the hell is going on? So why are you using it instead? Just giving it a try, or yeah? Damn, my light died. Whatever. I was using Premiere when I started YouTube, and with Premiere Pro and After Effects, it's really easy to work between the two. All you got to do is, you know, go on your clip like this, right click, and then it says like open After Effects or open clip in After Effects, and boom, After Effects opens up. Your clip's in there. You work on it. You save, and it goes back into Premiere. So like the workflow was super fast. And now that I've been using Davinci Resolve, and I would say I'm more comfortable with it and I enjoy it more. There's no functionality to go between the two, and Davinci Resolve will not accept After Effects files, which means if I have to do something small to a video clip something I can't do in Davinci, I have to export the clip, put it into After Effects, do my changes, export from After Effects, and then throw it back into Davinci Resolve. So that's like 2 renders, and then after the video gets rendered a 3rd time, that clip is gonna look like trash. Especially if I down-res it every time. So with Fusion, it works very similar to After Effects and Premiere Pro, where you just right-click and it says New Fusion Clip, and I click that, and boom, it throws me into Fusion, which is also Fusion opens up years faster than After Effects, because After Effects is another program. Fusion is this. Watch. Oh, I need to edit something in Fusion. Boom. That's it. Having problems with my internet. Gotta go. All right. See you, Luis. Sorry, Luigi. Yeah, see you later, Luigi. No worries. Hopefully you get it figured out. Alright, that was weird. I don't know what happened, but let's pretty much just copy paste this. here, and then break this. See, so I'm adding like another step to the rules. I'm really curious to how the code works on this, because the second I break this line, the code needs to know, oh, something's not being output. Like, is this a linked list? How is this working? This must be so complicated. See, so now that I added this in and it's not connected to anything, technically the program should ignore it and free up RAM for something more important, I guess. I don't know. Gotta get big enough that Davinci Resolve will tell me. Rev, I think I asked you this, but did you go to your parents yet to see the doggos and obviously your parents? Honestly, the coding engineering of a lot of these programs are mind-blowing to me. Oh yeah, dude. Sometimes I make the mistake of trying to break down in my head how I would write the code for certain things that happen in video editors, and holy crap, is it scary. Not yet, heading down in a week or so. Had a load of business meetings lined up. Oh, nice. Yeah, dude. Some things are ridiculous. Most of the video editors and photo editors that like a lot of the tools you use to edit pixels, even like paintbrush and shit, like that's no way that's easy. You gotta like change that pixel's color and I don't know. The one thing that I would say is probably really complicated. In truth, maybe one of the second reasons I did Discord work. It's been quiet recently, picking back up. Don't want that extra time to check. Yeah, that makes sense. I do the same thing every once in a while. Now I kind of leave Discord just closed, and if Josh like really has something important, he usually just DMs me on Facebook or something. Usually there's no emergencies on Discord, so I close it. That's why I didn't see your message for like a week. Oh yeah, so one thing that looked really complicated was the spline mode. How do I do this? Honestly, I want to try and explain this, but I really don't know how. It's like... It's editing the keyframes of that, let's say in this case that one or whatever. I don't even want to go there. I just leave it closed if I actually had the program. I just need an excuse to burn it off my hard drives. There's a load of open source editors, maybe interesting to get into some of it if you're super curious. Oh yeah, there's GIMP, I think is open source. KDN and Live. I never heard of that one. Yeah, there's honestly I'm not that interested. I'm interested if someone was to explain it to me, but I'm not interested enough to go dig it myself. You know what I mean? I can appreciate that. I'm the same, yeah. Well, it's fun when you have someone who's passionate about it explaining it to you, but when you're trying to read it yourself, I don't know. I probably couldn't understand most of it. It's C, C++, and Python. All languages I don't have much experience with. Python I'll understand. It's more C. C++ I understand. It's C. I don't get it. The thing that stops me becoming a security researcher. Why would you want to change, dude? You're in like you're in a good position. Work from home, do your own hours, you know, uh, get some good contracts, except one of them was with JavaScript, and you said no somehow. No, you're cool, man. Just keep doing it. Like, this is what happens to me a lot of the time. I sit for like an hour just staring at the screen thinking, do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? And after like an hour, I'm like, oh well, I didn't do anything. I just been staring at the screen and contemplating. So let's just do something. Let's grab this text. Sorry, let's grab this transform and reset. What the hell? Okay. So ideally, I would have it slide in. What, to here? Could I add a drop shadow to it? Oh yeah, I can. Let's see what that looks like. See, so you find what you need, you click on it, and it adds it to this grid, and then from there you can throw it on somehow. Crap. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna guess that this has to go between the text. So text goes into shadow and shadow goes into transform. Black shadow. Ah, that was it. How do I make it bigger and stronger? Is there no size? Alpha. It's just fading it in and out. Shadow offset. Alright, well, that works. I got a dash toe. Figured I'd say hello. Peace out, man. Oh yeah, dude. See ya. I'll try and stream every day now, so I can at least get you to be a little active in on the interwebs. It's a totally good reason to stream daily now. It's too bad Zai doesn't come in streams anymore. He's busy, but he used to. He's good on keeping me in line, I would say. So keyframe 10, let's mark it. Go back to keyframe 1 and toss that bitch into the ender. Right there. Now, when we go back to here and play the clip through, boom. Oh, and one thing for you guys out there, if you want to easy in, easy out in Davinci Resolve is like a right click thing. Here you got to go to your spline graph, fit everything on screen, and then F. And then from there you can decide how much. Let's see that again. Give it a minute to load. You'll see like a blue line end up here. If you want to learn how to make your DaVinci Resolve not sticky and crappy, I made a video on it. Boom, that looks good. I wonder if it would look good if the shadow of the text was on the ground. Would that would it look realistic? So like if I lowered it, whoops. Nah, that looks stupid. So my name slides in, boom. Maybe like the 4 logos just all come in. Reset that. Zai, I was just talking about you. Let me. How do I do this? Okay, I'll try and stand up. Give me a second. Alright, Zai. How's that looking? I was actually thinking about messaging you, Zai, about last time we talked, or a while back when we talked, you said you were gonna get a bunch of like photography gear and get back into the game. Did you ever do that, or did you decide not to? Or was it just too much money? Better? Okay, cool. I want to bring it up a bit higher, but I'm waiting for your message. Bought a camera and I've had 2 shoots since. Nice, dude. Send me some pictures if you're allowed to, or if you don't mind. I would love to see it. Haven't done much with it, keeping my spending down, yeah. Camera gear gets expensive really fast. What is this? I took some really nice clips of my dog in one of my videos. I don't know if you watched it or not, but I screenshotted them. I could show you. I used the lens I'm using right now on my camera. This song is really weird. I use the lens I have on my camera right now, which is the Sigma 50-100. It's a 1.8 lens, but with the Viltrox adapter that I have on it, because it's meant for a full frame or a ASP sensor. No, APC sensor. APC. It's one of those sensors. It's made for a sensor that my camera doesn't have. So you put an adapter and it changes the light and does a bunch of things, and now it fits. So it takes it down a stop of light, so it becomes a 1.2 50-100, which is nuts. And it's really hard to frame up. It's really hard to focus, to get like perfect focus. But when you do, it looks so good. So you see how like, I think I should have used a bit of a lower f-stop or a higher f-stop just to get a bit more of the the face in focus, but the goal was to get her ears in focus and then her like mane here, but her body to be out of focus. I got very close to it, but this was a video, and as she was looking at the camera, I was like panning around her. It looks really cool. I think I have it. You just watch it on YouTube. Haven't done. No, wait, no, I read that. Where is it? It was the one where, yeah. So I talked about manipulating your viewers' emotions through video. Good video, I think. And right there. It was a really hard shot. That pulled from the video or photo taken in RAW? No, that was just a screenshot of a rendered video. I need to find a way to output. There's a way to do it. I'm not sure how to do it, but I want to be able to grab a frame from the films I take and get the raw output, not just a screenshot. I want that full like 4K. See, like I love this shot. I had her sit on a bench and I got lower than the bench and then looking up. Getting a dog is the worst and the best thing I've ever done in my life. Okay, so transform 1, which is this right here. I'm going to, whoops. going to ease it in a bit more like that. Yeah, that looks a lot better. So fast, slow down. Damn, I kind of gotta go right now. It's 1 o'clock. Damn. My family's coming. Well, my dad's coming back today to Canadian land, so I gotta pick him up from the airport. If you guys enjoy the stream, you can like the stream, or you can subscribe to my channel and help me get to that 1,000 mark. Need to start uploading more and posting better content so that I can get decent views and decent engagement. Zai, tell me what you think about this, because you always seem to be, you always like, you keep me on track. I was thinking a good way for me to work on my editing and editing videos, but at the same time make something programming, because I have a lot of programming viewers who subscribe to me, and I haven't been posting much programming content, and they're starting to leave, and that's not a big deal to me. I enjoy making some programming content, just not all. But one thing I started to learn when I got a job was machine learning, and I learned a lot of algorithms and how they work and how to write the code for them. And I know a lot of people want to learn that stuff, but they're kind of afraid because they're so complicated. Well, they seem so complicated. So I wanted to try and do something where I have like a playlist of like every algorithm, and I explain each one in its own video, and I explain maybe one video how it works and one video how to write the code for it. And in like 2-3 months, I can have a playlist of just all of the first like 20 algorithms you need to know in machine learning or whatever, that could be cool, and that could be a lot of good content. I just need to be consistent with it and make those videos, and then added those videos where I can pull out a lot of value is making the animations for like the algorithms. Like, let's say I'm like, all right, let's talk about bubble sort, and I have like a bunch of like things on the screen, and they're all moving and animations, and it explains how it works. And I don't know, it could be cool, but it could also be a lot of work to make those animations just for everyone to be like, I don't really care. There's a guy, computer file. Well, I wrote it wrong, but computer file. He's on YouTube. Big computer science. 1.4 million, and he's got some good algorithm here, like Dijkstra. How do you spell it? Also, if you want to do programming and other topics, set a schedule and have certain days for certain type of content, and stick to the schedule. Yeah, that's true. I'm just very inconsistent. Yeah, that's what I need to do. This guy makes a lot of really cool stuff. Like, he has these like computer scientists that he often goes to for whatever type of video, and they talk about these. It's almost like a really interesting lecture. That's what his videos feel like. But they have animations and a bunch of cool things in it. Like, this guy is in a lot of his videos. I don't remember his name, but he's like he shows you how these things happen. Like, I started watching him because of cross-site scripting. I was like, what's cross-site scripting? And then this guy's stuff came up, but let's see. I want to find a Dijkstra. That's how you spell it. So like, watch these animations that he has. I wonder if he has like a dedicated animation guy. Dr. Mike, that's his name. So he's just like drawing it out on paper, but then here's animation. So yeah, I guess this is not that crazy of animation, but there's some videos that are pretty intense. Remember, I think it was brute forcing was one. Computer file brute force. I don't know. He's lefty, can't trust him. I'm a lefty, can't trust me. Brute. Yeah, okay. This one. It's just like all this work for like 10-second animation, but it looks so cool. Wait for it. It's such a useless animation, but it's just cool. This video was just him using a program to brute force, or just different ways of cracking passwords, and he explained the behind the scenes of what happens, and he actually shows you how to do them, which is really cool. I learned a lot from this guy. He shows like what happens when it finds it. There's a lot of networking stuff here. There's a lot of cybersecurity stuff here, but at the same time, there's the compute. Think about it as like he tends to focus on cybersecurity, but comes in with the angle of computer science, if that makes sense. That might just be the normal angle. I don't know. Pretty much, they go through this theory of being doing like the standard password is following the rules of a password is predictable. You know how like they say like capital letter, number, those are ways of predicting passwords. If you do something totally different, then it's unpredictable. Like even if it's super simple, as long as it's not like the usual. Oh, I just got your pictures. Oh, dude, those are really nice. Very sharp. That's awesome. What do you use for the LED one? Did you just have like LED strips coming off of your hand while you're holding the camera? Okay, nice. That's cool. I like the LED one a lot. I'm trying to. Yeah, it looks like you're just. LED ropes, yeah. So you're just holding it in your hand, taking the picture, and it. That's cool. I really gotta go. It's 1:08. But thank you everyone for watching. There's like 4 viewers in here. If you enjoy the stream, you can like the stream and help me get up back in YouTube's favorite good boy list, aka the algorithm. I'm gonna be posting a video. I really want to post it tonight, but I don't know how long it's gonna take me to edit because I'm trying to use Fusion. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I'll see you in tomorrow's stream.